Hello traders, this is Mac Billion. Today is February 13, 2017 and let's talk about the market. Let's start with Tesla. Tesla, as you can see here, is going back to the main resistance Fibonacci level 287. You can tell right here it went to that level back in September 2014, July 2015, and we are getting there just for the next earnings report, which is next week. February 22nd. So the question is based on DMI being the minus directional so low, the ADX so high, are we gonna break out in a good report? So to me, if this breakout right here and goes up from here, the report has to be really good. If you enjoy this right here, I will prefer to take profits right here and wait for a pullback because it's a lot of risks. I will say 70% probability that is gonna pull back from here, and there is a 30% probability that it break out from here in a good report. So right here, there's nothing to trade. I will look to see if there is a fail. I try here to break out right here and fail to get short, but not after the report, not before the report. I want the report. I want to see the report first because it's risky here. Because as I said, there's a 30% probability that we're gonna break out from here and keep going. Now let's talk about Apple. Apple looks the same. Look at this huge divergence in DMI with ADX at 53, minus directional 5, plus directional 50. This huge divergence in the DMI. Look at this. So we got short on this one today. I sent alert this morning and say let's get short, but it's short term. Apple is bullish long term. I'm looking for a pullback from here, a small pullback, because usually when you get a divergence like in here, you either get a sideways move or the stock just moves sideways, or it pulls back. So usually when it moves sideways like here, it usually moves down a little bit. So if it moves down a little bit right here, we can get a nice trade, even if it's a small move down. If you pull back really hard and it goes and tests the 114, then that will be a really nice trade. But usually it moves sideways. Let's say 60% of the, when it's a divergence, 60% of the time it moves sideways and then continue up, or it pulls back to retest the last Fibonacci that it broke out, which it was 115. So let's see what happens. This is a short-term trade for being bearish, but a long term, you can see the chart is bullish and it's right at the major Fibonacci resistance. So if you break out right here, it can be a very nice trade. But again, based on DMI, I think there's gonna be a sideways move for a couple days or a pullback. So let's see. Now let's talk about another one, deck. So deck, like you can see here, looks like a head and shoulders, and you break out this neck and it's retesting the breakdown. So I'm looking for tomorrow to enter short in this one with a target of 42. That's gonna be my target. So this is gonna be a nice trade because it has a very nice stop loss. The stop loss will be the Fibonacci 54. If you break out the 54, you have to get out. So let's see, let's hope tomorrow it opens up, then we can get nice cheap puts for this one with a target of $42. DMI is bearish and it's strong. eBay right here, break out this major Fibonacci resistance, $33, and it looks like it's moving up. So let me show you the DMI. And DMI, let me show you that it still has some room. Let's see. This doesn't want to move. Okay, so you see that the minus directional, it hasn't been at the bottom, and the plus directional has a room to go to the top. So I think it might go to $35 until to move sideways there. So that's my target, $35. So let's see what happens. Let me zoom it out. So if you see break out this level 33, and there's room in the directionals with ADX at 33. So I think there's a high probability trade that it goes to 35, and that's my trade. Now let's talk about Nordstrom. Today we closed Nordstrom with 65% profits, and now we are up 600% profits for the year. So that's very good start for the year for the Mac Billion members. Right here we entered just a couple days and we entered short. I think it was like right here we entered short, and then look at this. It went down here. It didn't hit any of my targets, but 65% profits in a bullish market is good. So many times people ask me like, why you close it? You didn't hit your target, because I say before I had a target right here at the bottom of $42 or $35. Yeah, but this is a bullish market. The auctions went up very nicely in the morning because it break down 2.4%, and I saw that 65% profits in just a couple days. You have to close it and wait for the next breakdown. So if you break down 42, that will be a nice trade. So you have to watch this 42 level. If you break down right here, it will go to 35. Now, if we break out right here about $47, then it's gonna move up. But right now directionals are neutral because there's no leader in the minus directional or plus directional. ADX is 29, which is a strong. So let's see what happens. And also the other thing is they're gonna report next week. So why to risk 65% profits? So you have to learn how to take profits when you can, especially and when you go bearish in a bullish market. So now let's talk about another one. Let's talk about Starbucks. We keep holding puts in this one. It wants to close the gap. I think it's inside this triangle wedge, but it's bearish as hell. I don't know why it's holding right here. It wanted to close this gap right here at $58. So if tomorrow you start trending about today's high, which is 56.66, this thing is gonna go down to this trend line, which is gonna be 58 or $59. So there we have to honor the stop loss, because I'm not gonna hold puts right here until it goes to the top, because I can get it cheaper at the top. This is bearish. It's just trying to close this gap, or is trying to move inside this triangle and then break out at the apex around here. So let's see what happens. Now let's talk about the last one. Let's talk about Texas Instruments, TXN. So what I see right here is a very strong trend line. You see this strong trend line? ADX is a 14, which is very low for this kind of stock, meaning that the major move is coming. I think the major move can go either way. Right now directionals are bearish, but I think we have to wait until break down this trend line. If you break down this trend line, this is gonna be a nice trade for the first target to be at $70 and then 65. So let's see what happens. Keep an eye on this trend line. Very easy trade. If you break down and it comes back, you just get out. But put it on your watch list. Okay, trader, I hope you like my videos. Below this video, it is you can send me a message if you want me to analyze any of your trades, and I'll be happy to do it. This is everything for today. Trade on.